We're ready.
What inspired you to start Fast Track Coaching?
Pretty much the same as you, Lee. We've got our heads together. We've been to training sessions pretty much all around the country. And I feel for the riders as well as not getting enough out of the session. They get a good training session. But do they get a good quality coaching? What we're doing is taking it above the national squad are here at the moment. They're filming it, they're timing it, they're talking about it. Nobody seems to do that. So this is why we got together and actually started paying attention to finer detail, video feedback, and having the staff as well, so that we're not running around and we concentrate on the riders on the one-to-one.
I totally agree, Dave. I think what really appeals to me about what we do is offering a service to anybody. Anybody that wants to come to our weekend can get the level of coaching that you're seeing here today, with video feedback, with instant feedback on their rides, on their training effort, things like gate starts, flying 200s, and it's just offering excellence to everyday people, not only those that are very gifted athletes. Explain some of the clinics that we run.
Well, I think Leeds, to be honest, it's specific. You know, rather than say we're doing a sprint clinic, we'll focus and home in on gate starts, or maybe the gearing, or maybe tactics, that sort of thing. And with the pursuiters, they're very much the same. They learn the gate start, they learn how to ride the line, they learn how to ride to a schedule. And I think it's very important to pay particular detail to this, other than just doing a training session, because it is the detail and the technique that riders are not doing.
A typical fast track session would be turn up an hour before the session starts so everybody can get unpacked, get themselves ready for what we're going to do. We don't like people to hurry, we like them to be calm and ready for the session. Then half an hour before we start, we'll give a rider briefing. We will go through in quite some detail what we're going to do that day, what the outcome of that day's session is, and what we expect of the people there, and how it's all going to work. And sort of a little safety briefing, and just basically cover all the bases. Then we'll progress to exercises, and we split into two groups. I'll take a group, you take a group. While you're working on the track, I'll be giving video feedback to my athletes, and vice versa. When I'm working on the track, you're giving video feedback. We also have helpers, usually 2 or 3, sometimes as much as 4, depending on how many riders we've got and what sessions we're doing, that look after the riders' needs. If there's any mechanical problems or anything, help them out, tell them what time they're meant to be on the track to do their efforts, and just basically help us make sure it goes smoothly, lap board, videoing, everything.
What do you feel when you see somebody come to our clinic that has got no experience?
It's brilliant. I love watching somebody who comes and the smile on their face when they get it, and they can see what they've done wrong and how to put it right with our help, and then to take that forward and to be competing in national masters championships, senior championships, youth championships, and how many people have we seen go from being complete novices to winning medals within a year or two, just by having specialist coaching with decent feedback?
I mean, we love what we're doing, and more love seeing the riders go away with a big grin, as we say, away, enjoying the occasion. And more importantly, they've learned something. I can guarantee, we will guarantee, that these riders will go away and would have improved and would make you go faster. And we guarantee we will make you go faster.
And that's a promise.
Here at the Masters Championships, and we've seen a few of our guys that have come out of our clinics win world titles or medals, and it's quite warming to feel that. Do you also find that the way people learn and understand, you can tell them, you can show them, but when they're sat down in front of the video, watching their performance and getting up and doing it again, and each time from the video feedback they can see their mistakes, and they can also see where they're getting it right as well. And at the end of that video or training session, they've come good.
Well, Dave, I mean, how many times have we turned the video on, said to somebody before we've shown the video, what did you think happened there, heard their explanation, turned the video on and watched them go, oh.
Exactly.
Because it was completely different to what they thought happened. Nothing is as good as video feedback for really getting to the heart of what's going on and how to correct it. And it gives us such a great tool for demonstration.
Riders' goals Some might want to win a World Masters or a national championship, or they just might want to be club champions.
Yeah.
The ability level is, ranges from anything.
Or even, I have people come to the sessions and say all they want to do is get out of the start gate without
Yes.
embarrassing themselves.
I know.
Doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. And I think that's important to stress, that we will cater for every level. It doesn't matter what your needs are, from beginner, somebody who just wants to enjoy riding the track, to someone trying to win world championships, going for that minute little detail. We can cover all that.
Exactly. And I think it's very important that we do enjoy ourselves. Learning isn't about just being serious. You have to enjoy yourself. And we make sure we do that. And we also encourage the riders to encourage each other. And that's good, because we're building up a good team morale. Each time we run a camp, everyone goes away and they're cheering